Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's webinar. I thank you so much for joining me. Please let me know if you have any questions or if you have trouble hearing me. Just go ahead and place your information in the chat box and I will see it and respond to you. If I cannot get to your question before the end of this webinar, I will get in touch with you and we can have a follow-up discussion, okay? So in today's webinar, we're going to talk about common mistakes of practicing the law of attraction. I'm really looking forward to it. So let's get into this conversation. So again, we're discussing common mistakes. We're going to actually discuss 5 common law of attraction mistakes and ways to remedy these mistakes. Just to give you an idea about me, I have been consciously creating since 2005. That's when I actually discovered the law of attraction. And of course, we all know that we are manifesting our whole life. It's just who we are as creative beings. But I didn't become a conscious creator until about 13 years ago. So I was excited. I immediately immersed myself into it and unfortunately made a lot of mistakes. And so that's where I'm coming from, this perspective on this webinar. I'm going to be talking about mistakes, so you don't fall into those same pitfalls that many people do when they learn about the law of attraction. They're totally excited about the law of attraction, but they jump without looking. And when they do that, some people, they continue on trying to consciously create, and others, they lose faith in the whole entire process because they aren't seeing the results that they feel they should be seeing, or that they're seeing other people experience when they're consciously creating. So I'm here to help remedy that situation. So let's start off with the first mistake. The first mistake that people make when trying to consciously create with the law of attraction is that they try to take control. They try to control every step of the process. And this is understandable when you think about it, is that you've been living your life unconsciously creating, then all of a sudden you attract the knowledge of the law of attraction into your life. And so you're totally ecstatic about it. And now you feel like you have control. So now you're overcompensating and you're feeling like you need to control everything. And so that is a problem. That's a common mistake, okay? It's not allowing and trusting in the process to unfold. You say things like, this is not how I visualized it happening. So when you do that, when you set limits such as that, when an opportunity presents itself that doesn't fit into how you think it should happen, there is a tendency to ignore it because it doesn't fit into your box. And so it's like having a rigid mindset. Again, this has to happen first before this happened. I hear it all the time from my clients. They're always saying, well, I have to do this first, and then after that I do this. Well, it doesn't really work that way in the creative universe. Is really, you set out what it is that you desire to happen. You ask. That's the asking part of it. And then the universe 100% answers. And then you just allow it to unfold however it unfolds. Because it is going to unfold based on your vibrational level, based on how much you're allowing. All of these factors are going to play a role into how it's going to present itself and manifest itself. So you just have to learn to let go and trust in the process. So speaking of the remedy, to get even more details about how you remedy the mistakes, is really about training your subconscious mind to think differently, because your subconscious mind plays a major role in everything related to the conscious creation of your reality. So if you've been in a, let's say, a low vibrational state subconsciously, you have to train your subconscious mind to think differently, to think at a higher vibration. So in regards to having too much control, well, you're going to train your subconscious mind to let go and allow things to happen. So when you do that, when you train your subconscious mind, it just becomes a part of who you are. It's not something you have to think about. It's just innately, you're a person who allows the law of attraction to unfold. You trust in the process. So what you could do is that you can put words such as, I let go and I allow the process to unfold. I trust in my source. Things such of that nature, you could put things like that on your vision board, because a vision board is a very powerful yet subtle way to train your subconscious mind to think differently. It's something that you're looking at every day, so it just gets ingrained in your subconscious mind that this is who you are and this is what you're doing. You can add it to your daily affirmations. Daily affirmations are a powerful way to change your subconscious mind. In my latest book, Healing the Law of Attraction, I talk about affirmations, but affirmations from a perspective of making sure that they feel good to you when you say these affirmations. So you don't want to say an affirmation that just seems totally preposterous to yourself, which means you're not going to believe it, you're going to resist it. You're going to start with affirmations that are at a vibrational level in which you can believe, okay? And another thing you can do is ask for help. Ask your source for help. That's an often overlooked process in consciously creating with the law of attraction, is asking your source. You can call it your spiritual guides, whatever your source is, your spiritual guide, God, angels, the universe, whatever it is to you. Ask your source for help. Source, I need help with this. I'm having a hard time. I'm having a really, really hard time letting go of situations. Please help me to just go with the flow of this creative process. So that, you see how I just spoke those words in a very genuine way. There doesn't have to be some script of how you talk to your source. Talk to your source however it feels comfortable for you. Talk to them as if they're your best friend, but your best friend in the non-physical realm. Okay? Please let me know again if there are any questions. Mistake number 2 is reaching too high. We kind of touched upon this in the last slide. It's basically you want to jump from a low level to a really high level overnight, okay? It's basically you've trained yourself into a certain vibration. You've been living this way for a very long time, and now you're really fed up with it and you're sick of it. And now you just want to be in a totally different opposite space. Well, from a vibrational standpoint, that is really a challenging thing to do, to jump from one low vibration to a high vibration. So let's say like someone who's really, really poor. So you lived in that state for a long time. You practice the vibration of lack, lack, and lack. You fed up with it and you want a different change. But now, most people want to grab for, now they want to win the jackpot. Now they want $1 million lifestyle. They want things that they have not practiced themselves into that vibrational level, okay? So if they're currently at a level concerning money, a vibrational level of 10, they want to jump all the way to a level of 90. That's not very practical to think about. So you have to keep that in mind when you're practicing the law of attraction. Is yes, you found it. Yes, you can create your reality. Yes, you do create your reality, but slow down the reins. Practice some vibrations. Steadily get yourself into a state where you can hold that higher vibration and start attracting from that higher vibratory state. Now, keep in mind that what you call miracles do happen. People do jump from level of 10 to 90. It's not very common, excuse me, and it's not often, but it does happen. But when it does happen, the problem with that is maintaining that high vibrational level. So if you jump from 10 to 90, let's say, I don't know if you've heard this story where the mom whose child is trapped up underneath a car, and she, she desires so much to save her child that she actually lifts this heavy vehicle off of her child to save her child. That is jumping from a vibrational level of very high. Let's just say for argument's sake, 10 to 90. Okay, it happened. She really wanted this to happen, but can she maintain that vibrational level of that 90 to always lift these heavy things that most people feel that in their mind that is impossible to do? Okay. Another example of that is people who lose weight. They go on this extreme diet. They lose a lot of weight. So you can argue that they've raised their vibration. They've jumped from 10 to 90. But then maintaining that level of 90, maintaining that weight off without addressing the underlying issues that led to that lower vibrational state, is going to cause them to fall back into old habits. Okay. So again, reaching too high is one of the major common mistakes in practicing the law of attraction. One simple or several simple remedies for that is working on a steady and consistent spiritual routine to gradually raise your vibrational level. Okay. So you're going to gradually go from 10 to 11 to 12 to 13, just gradually doing it, not trying to jump too far and too fast. And some of the core things that we teach in order to help you to steadily raise your vibration is a daily meditation practice. I'm a very strong advocate of meditation, the power that you can harness in meditation to help you master the law of attraction. It helps to quiet your mind. It helps you to focus. It helps you to relax and let go. It gets you in tune with your spiritual guides, your source. There's so many benefits from meditation that to really be a strong conscious creator, meditation needs to be a part of your routine, your daily routine. And again, we're going back to training your subconscious mind. And by the way, meditation does that too. You're going to train your subconscious mind to think differently. Again, it's the same as mistake number one. So you're going to tell a different story. And that's the same, similar to affirmations, yet is affirmations more believable affirmations. Okay. And so you're doing these affirmations at a level that you can believe that is going to consistently raise your vibration to the next level. And again, creating a vision board, because that's going to subtly change your thoughts about your environment. Is going to steadily raise your vibration to the next level. Okay. You can also raise your vibration by other techniques, laughing, practicing gratitude on a regular basis, having fun, dancing, just things that you hear all the time, and you may not think about it as part of a law of attraction, I guess, principle. But it really is. It's just about raising your level and raising it and maintaining that level. So if you maintain most of the day, you're in a state of gratitude, or you're happy, you're smiling, things like that, that's going to help to raise your vibration and help you to maintain it, and therefore attract into your life at a higher vibratory state. So what we have here is a visual representation of how a visual representation of how to remedy jumping too high. Okay, so basically, if you look at this scale, because we like to use a scale from like 0 to 100 to depict your vibrational level. So you can see from this scale, distrust, lack of money is at a low vibration. Abundance of money and trust is at a higher. They're at a higher vibration. And so you can see the arrows, it's like you're steadily training yourself with different methods like meditation, affirmations, practicing gratitude. All of these things are going to steadily raise your vibration so that you start to attract from a higher level of a higher vibrational level. So again, we'll start with, say, lack of money, and say that's at 20. You jump to, say, you keep practicing, let's say for a month, and then you get to a level of, let's say, 30. So now you're attracting more money. It's not the money at the level of 80, but it's still more money. And the more you continue to practice these routines, let's say now you jump to a level of 50. Again, it's not at 80, but it's still more money than it was at 30. And so these are vibrational levels you can attain more easily, more steady, and you can maintain it as well. And so the more you increase your vibrational level, the more you believe, again, that there is an abundance in the universe, and then you develop that faith, you develop the whole envelope of who you are as a creative being, because you're practicing a different vibration. You're telling yourself a different story. Now, mistake number 2 is, I should say number 2. Number 3 is not paying attention to feelings. I find this a lot in the clients that I have, is that's one major component that's not really recognized when practicing the law of attraction. So consciously manifesting what you desire involves alignment. We've heard it over and over again. So when you are in alignment, you are manifesting what you desire. The opposite is true when you're not in alignment. So in alignment, you're manifesting what you want. Out of alignment, you're manifesting still, but not what you want. How do you determine if you're in alignment or out of alignment? Well, you determine it by how you feel. How you feel is just a basic form of spiritual guidance. It's a basic form of guidance from the non-physical, from your source, to let you know whether you are in alignment or not. This is not something you consciously think about. Am I in alignment? Am I not? Am I being grateful? Am I not? That's almost impossible to do that all day, to try to consciously monitor whether you're in alignment or not. This is why your source uses feelings, because feelings are a vibration. They use feelings to let you know, minute to minute, moment to moment, second to second, whether you are in alignment or not. Okay? So the basic premise is, when you feel good, you're in alignment. When you feel bad, you are out of alignment. Basic concept, but unfortunately, noticing how you feel has to be trained in our society. That's just a key component. That's just something that we've raised ourselves not to rely on how we feel, not to rely on our instincts. It doesn't matter how you feel. You should, how others feel is more important. So it is something you do have to train yourself to be more aware of, but that's fine. At least having the knowledge that you know that you need to start paying attention to how you feel is one key step. And here we have like a graphical, I love this. It's like you're trying to push uphill with trying to consciously create. You do all these wonderful things that they tell you to do to consciously manifest what you want. You visualize, you do put up that vision board, because that's one key thing that people say. And you're even practicing gratitude. There's all these wonderful things that you're doing, But then throughout the rest of the day, you're not paying attention to how you feel. So you don't realize that you're actually not in alignment, which means you're resisting what you want. So you spend all this wonderful energy doing all these wonderful things, but 95% of the day you're out of alignment, which means what you want is not going to happen. It's not going to happen anytime soon because you're pushing, you're going upstream. Okay, you're not going with the flow. A remedy for that is, of course, to be mindful. Learn to be mindful of how you feel. Okay? It's easier to do that, to be more mindful when you have a regular meditation practice. So if you're practicing meditation on a daily basis, it's going to quiet your mind. It's going to allow you that space, per se, to feel, to be in your body and to feel when you are out of alignment. And when we say feelings, we mean that more than just the physical state. It's also the emotional state. And to be honest, even the physical state, most people don't know when they're out of alignment, when they're feeling bad, because if you're so used to feeling this way, sometimes you don't correlate that this is actually source telling you that you're out of alignment. When there's indigestion, when you have a headache, when you're feeling sleepy for no reason, you're out of alignment. Slight prickling pain, you're out of alignment. Okay, you're frustrated, you're out of alignment. You're mad, you're out of alignment. You're bored, you're out of alignment. So these are characteristics that, again, most people aren't aware of, but you can train yourself to pay attention to how you feel. Okay, you can start with something simple, setting a reminder for 5 minutes a day, just a simple reminder on your whatever you have, your computer, your iPad, your phone, and to tell yourself to monitor how you feel. And so you just take that time, see if you're feeling good, see if you're feeling bad, and then pay attention to the thoughts that are in your mind at that particular moment. So if you're feeling bad, pay attention to your thoughts and then write that in your spiritual journal. So what you're doing is that you're training yourself to be more mindful, and you're making yourself more aware of the mind-body connection of how your thoughts are affecting how you feel and thus affecting your alignment and whether your alignment with what you want to desire, what you want to manifest, I should say. Mistake number 4 is that you're focused on results not appearing. Now, most people aren't aware that they're even doing it most of the time. Okay. When you're noticing that there's lack, that what you desire is not there, then you're just going to produce more of that. As an example of this, let's say that you're consciously trying to manifest a new car. You're visualizing, you feel good about visualizing the car. When you're visualizing, you just feel so wonderful, which means your source is telling you you are in alignment for manifesting that, right? Then throughout the day, you start noticing that you don't have that car. You're looking at someone else with their new car and you're feeling jealous. You're like, oh, where's my new car? All these things are happening. And you're noticing lack. And so the universe is going to give you more of that sensation, more lack. You're not going to get that car. You're pushing yourself further away from it. And this is, again, related to paying attention to how you feel. Because if you paid attention to how you feel, you would know that when you had that thought of jealousy or when you notice lack, source would tell you you are out of alignment. But you have to be mindful of how you feel in order to get that moment-to-moment indication of your alignment. So they are very interrelated, your feelings and focused on results not feeling. And so as such, the remedy is the same. Pay attention to how you feel. Okay. Work on it 5 minutes a day. Set your alarm, be mindful. They actually have mindful timers too. I have that downloaded on my iPad that you can set it for whatever interval you want. And it's like a really soft, gentle chime. And you can change the time as well, whatever you want on it. I have it set to one that just reminds me just to be mindful. Like, oh, okay, let's take this moment and let's be mindful. And again, the more you do that, the easier it becomes to pay attention to understand whether you're in or out of alignment. And the more you do it, so you increase that space. So it's that 5 minutes will increase to 10 minutes a day. It increased to 15 minutes, and it'll just be like you'll just start to become a more mindful person. Mistake number 5 is trying too hard to make things happen. Very common mistake among people who are practicing the law of attraction. Because in our society, we're an action-oriented society. Okay, so we're like, you got to do, you got to do, you got to do. But we're saying, no, you have to be, you have to be, you have to be, you have to be in alignment. Your alignment is way more important than anything else. Okay. And being too serious, that's part of the trying too hard. You're so serious. You're like a type A personality. I got to get it done. I got to get it done. Again, no, you have to get into alignment first. Because if you're not in alignment, you are resisting. And so you're just going to get more of what you don't want as opposed to what you truly do want to manifest. Now, your remedy for that is to relax. Just relax, breathe, and get into alignment. Train yourself into this vibration where you're relaxing, you're breathing. You're just having fun with the whole process. You're smiling, you're being grateful, you're dancing, just all things to raise your vibration. And to going back to subconscious mind, you can train your subconscious mind into this state of relaxing, okay? Add this statements related to relaxing and allowing into your affirmations, into your daily affirmations. Add it into your new story. Add it on your vision board, okay? And if you really are having a hard time with this, ask your source to help you to learn to relax. These are all simple key steps that you can take in order to really master being a conscious creator. Okay? Now, in review of the webinar, this is a very quick and simple webinar. We have 5 common mistakes. Mistake number 1 is trying to control everything. Number 2 is reaching too high in the vibrational scale, trying to jump too high. 3 is not paying attention to how you feel. And related to that, focused on results not appearing and trying too hard. Okay? And really, the basic premise for all of them is training your subconscious mind to think differently, to tell a different story, to relax, to let go of control, to allow. Okay? Now, if you need any additional help in learning how to consciously create masterfully, there is additional help for you. In my latest book, Healing in the Law of Attraction, which is available in paperback or ebook, I discuss several parts of mastering the law of attraction. There's 5 sections to the book. There's the law of attraction section. There's the section on how disharmony is created. We talk about spiritual guidance and the importance of that in consciously manifesting what you desire. Talk about techniques to raise your vibrational level. All right. And again, asking for spiritual guidance in that respect, because there are tons of ways to raise your vibrational level, but what's going to work for you. And there's a question and answer section that help answer common questions related to the law of attraction and healing. And so when we say healing, don't get the idea that it's just about the physical. This has nothing to do with manifesting money or wealth or any of that. In actuality, it does. It has a lot to do with that, because it's about learning to let go of whatever is holding you back from manifesting what you desire. It is healing that wound that prevents you from being abundant, from having great relationships. So it's all related to healing the physical as well as the mental, emotional, and the spiritual connection. There is also additional help in relation to a law of attraction workshop. We have one coming up in Sedona, August of next year. Okay. We offer a one-on-one consult before the workshop, and there's going to be continual support with an online video library to offer you additional support. So it's not like you come to our workshop and that's it, and you get all excited, and then you get home and you fall back into bad habits. We're here to support you through your journey of learning to manifest the law of attraction, to get whatever you desire, to really step into your power as a creative being. There's law of attraction coaching. We offer that. And as a thank you for watching this webinar, it's a 20% discount for you. Please visit my site at seekwithinyou.com for more information on that. There will be a link to that below this video. And we have a training site. That's where our video library is located, where we're training people on the law of attraction healing, all of those wonderful components. And in relation to that, our next law of attraction healing group coaching session starts in January 9th, 2019. Right now, we're having a sale, a holiday sale. You have to check out the site, seekwithinyou.com. There'll be a link to it below this video. And it's a 4-month intensive group coaching session where we're going to go through step-by-step aspects found in my latest book. And it's going to help to really get you into alignment, really get you to understanding how you feel, really get you into understanding your source, your spiritual guides, whatever you call it. Really get you understanding the law of attraction. We have assignments, we have discussions, we have a lot of activities, videos to help you really immerse yourself, as well as bi-monthly meetings with me to help iron out any of the details. So I'll be there to help guide you. And of course, if I'm there, my spiritual guides are there because they're the guiding force of my teaching. So they speak through me, they work through me, and this is how we work at Seek Within You, is helping you to let go of whatever's holding you back and helping you to align with your source so that you understand how to be a master conscious creator. Now, are there any questions from anyone regarding any aspects of common mistakes or our workshops, my latest book? Okay. If you have a question afterwards, please feel free to schedule your free 30-minute consultation. I'd be happy to talk to you in regards to whatever it is that you need help in at this moment. Okay. As always, thank you so much for joining me in this lovely Tuesday day, and happy holidays, Merry Christmas to all, and Happy New Year. And I'll see you next year for our next webinar in January, because we do a webinar every month. And be joyful, be loved, be grateful. I love you. Namaste.